Lightning ripped through Mace Windu's body as Palpatine hurled him through the shattered window. For one terrible second, Coruscant opened beneath him like a grave. Traffic lanes flashed past, towers blurred. The storm screamed in his ears. But Mace was not dead yet. Even broken, even burning, he reached for the Force. His charred hand caught the edge of a passing service platform. Metal shrieked. His body slammed against the hull. Pain flooded through him, but pain meant he still lived. He dragged himself into the shadows of the lower city, below the Senate district where the Republic was dying above him. News screens soon carried the lie. The Jedi had staged a coup. Chancellor Palpatine had survived. Anakin Skywalker had defended democracy. Mace watched in silence, and each word cut deeper. He understood the truth at once. The war had never ended. It had only changed masters. Wounded and hunted, Mace sought refuge in the forgotten levels of Coruscant, where smugglers and outcasts survived without hope. There, he used the last of his strength to heal, to hide, and to think. He could feel it now, the Jedi Order collapsing, one life at a time. Masters vanished. Younglings went silent. The Force itself seemed to recoil in grief. At the center of that darkness stood two names: Palpatine, Anakin. Mace had failed to stop the Sith when the galaxy still had a chance. That failure would haunt him forever. But if he was still alive, then the fight was not over. He cut away the last symbols of the Jedi Council, wrapped himself in the rags of the Undercity, and became a ghost. Above him, the Empire was being born. Below, in the dark, Mace Windu opened his eyes and began to plan. He would not fail again now. When Mace Windu emerged from Coruscant's lower depths, the Republic was already dead. Imperial banners covered the skyline. Clone troopers guarded every street. The Jedi Temple stood broken, sealed, and silent. Mace moved like a shadow through the city. He stole ration packs, listened to whispers, and watched the holos. Palpatine called the Jedi traitors. Survivors were being hunted across the galaxy. Fear spread faster than truth. Then came the reports of the Emperor's new enforcer. A warrior in black armor. A red blade. A voice like steel. He slaughtered fugitives, crushed resistance, and obeyed only one master. At first, Mace denied it. Anakin Skywalker had been reckless, angry, and proud, but not beyond saving. Not like this. Then he heard the name, Darth Vader. The words hit him harder than the lightning. Mace retreated into the dark and reached through the Force. Past the smoke, past the pain, he found what remained of Anakin. It was distant, twisted, buried beneath rage, fear, and the Emperor's chains. But it was real. Skywalker had fallen. For a long moment, Mace said nothing. He remembered warning the Council. He remembered Anakin's defiance. He remembered the split second in Palpatine's office when everything had broken. Mace had seen the danger clearly, and still, the Sith had won. Now the Emperor held the perfect weapon. Vader was not just a servant. He was a Jedi killer, forged from the Order's greatest failure. Mace rose slowly and pulled his hood low. He would not spend his second life hiding in ruins. If Vader hunted the last Jedi, then Mace Windu would hunt Vader. And somewhere, far above Coruscant's shadows, the Dark Apprentice turned as if he had felt the return of the one Jedi Master Palpatine believed had already died that night beneath him. Deep beneath the neon canyons of Coruscant, Mace Windu rebuilt himself in silence. His body had survived Palpatine's lightning, but his spirit carried a deeper wound. The Jedi were gone. The Republic was ash. And Anakin Skywalker, the boy many had trusted, now served the Sith as Darth Vader. For days, Mace resisted his anger. He meditated in abandoned chambers, searching the Force for clarity. But every vision brought the same answer. Worlds were already kneeling. Jedi survivors were dying. Vader was leading the hunt with cold purpose. This was no confused apprentice lashing out in pain. This was a weapon, sharpened by Palpatine and pointed at the heart of the galaxy. Mace blamed Palpatine for the fall, but he also blamed himself. He had sensed darkness in Anakin for years. He had kept his distance, trusted caution over compassion, and in the final hour, he had failed to end the Sith Lord when he had the chance. That failure became a vow. He began gathering fragments of the old war-hidden roots, clone reports, whispers from the Underworld, and names of Jedi still alive. He would not return as a council master. He would move as a hunter, patient, precise, relentless. If Vader was the Emperor's fist, then Mace would become the blade aimed back at the throne. He forged a new mission in the shadows: find Vader, isolate him, and destroy him before the Empire could fully tighten its grip. No Senate would vote, no council would debate. This war had become personal. Somewhere beyond the city, Imperial engines roared across the night. Mace felt a tremor in the Force, sharp, familiar, and poisoned by hate. Vader was moving. The hunt had already begun, and for the first time since the fall of the Order, Mace welcomed it. Last lines far above Coruscant, a black shuttle cut through the clouds. Inside, Darth Vader turned his mask toward the dark horizon, and for the first time since Mustafar, he felt someone hunting him back. Across the first brutal months of the Empire, Darth Vader felt many things through the Force: fear, surrender, and dying hope. But now he felt something different. Control, focus, judgment. It was distant, buried beneath planets and crowds, yet unmistakable. A Jedi still lived, and this one was not running. Vader said nothing at first. He stood inside his meditation chamber and reached for the presence again. It did not feel like a frightened Padawan or a broken survivor. It felt sharp, disciplined, familiar. The weight of it stirred memories he wanted, buried forever. The council chamber. Cold distrust. A purple blade. Mace Windu. The name hit him like fire. To Vader, this was more than a threat. It was an insult. Windu had once judged him as unstable, dangerous, and too weak to master himself. Now that same Jedi Master had survived the fall of the Order and dared to hunt him through the dark. Vader answered with violence. He launched a brutal search across the galaxy. Inquisitors were sent to old Jedi outposts. Imperial probes swept trade routes, war zones, and hidden sanctuaries. Whole districts on Coruscant were sealed. Anyone tied to the temple disappeared into cells below the city. And Vader led from the front. On Nar Shaddaa, he cut down smugglers protecting a Jedi contact. On Salokami, he burned a safe house to ash. On Murkana, he ripped the truth from a dying archivist who whispered one final warning before collapsing. He remembers everything. That word stayed with Vader. Windu was not chasing rumor, he was studying him. For the first time since Mustafar, Vader felt uncertainty. Then a report reached his chamber. A witness in Coruscant's Undercity had seen a scarred one-handed man carrying a purple lightsaber hilt. Vader rose without a word. At last, the search had become personal. Deep below the city, Mace felt the shock ripple through the Force. Vader was coming. Fast, angry, focused. And this time, neither of them planned to run. Mace Windu chose the battleground carefully. In the abandoned reactor levels beneath Coruscant, old power tunnels twisted like veins under the city. The dark was deep, the walls were narrow, and Imperial troops could not move in force. If Vader wanted him, he would have to come alone. He came. The first sound was not footsteps. It was breathing. Hold, mechanical, steady. Then the red blade cut through the black, and Darth Vader stepped into the tunnel like a nightmare made solid. For a moment, neither man moved. "You should have stayed dead," Vader said. Mace ignited his purple saber. "And you should have remained Anakin Skywalker." Then the champ's neighbor exploded into motion. Their blades crashed in a burst of light. Mace struck first with speed and precision, driving Vader backward through the tunnel. He attacked the joints in the armor, the weak points in the cybernetics, every flaw he could read through the Force. Vader answered with raw power. He tore pipes from the walls, hurled metal like missiles, and turned the narrow space into a storm of fire and sparks. At first, Mace believed he could still reach the man beneath the mask. He felt pain in Vader, rage, regret, but every time he pressed deeper, he found only more darkness. Anakin was still there, buried somewhere inside, but twisted almost beyond recognition. Then Vader changed. He stopped fighting like a fallen Jedi. He fought like a Sith weapon. He collapsed the reactor chamber, crushed Mace beneath falling steel, and forced him into a desperate retreat. As alarms screamed, Windu escaped through smoke, wounded in body and spirit. He had not found a broken apprentice. He had found a monster wearing Anakin's pain-like armor, and for the first time, Mace feared he might already be too late now. As Mace disappeared into the burning tunnels, Vader did not pursue him right away. He simply stood in the fire and remembered the name Skywalker. Then, above the ruins, The Emperor sensed the clash and smiled. Palpatine did not waste the chaos of the hunt. He sharpened it. Every false report, every burned village, every stolen Jedi beacon was planted for one reason: to drag Obi-Wan Kenobi and Anakin Skywalker to the same battlefield at the same time. The Emperor knew neither could ignore the suffering. Obi-Wan would come to save, Anakin would come to end it. And in the middle, Palpatine prepared the knife. Across the Outer Rim, clone garrisons pulled back on purpose, leaving worlds exposed. Refugees cried for Jedi help. Secret channels whispered that a hidden council of survivors waited on Moraband. It was a lie, but a perfect one. Obi-Wan followed the signs with caution. Anakin followed them with fury. Both believed they were hunting Palpatine's next move. In truth, Palpatine was hunting them. When they arrived above Moraband, the trap closed. Star Destroyers rose from the dark side storms. Interdictors crushed every escape route. On the surface, legions of red-armored Sith troopers marched through ancient tombs, turning a dead world into a war zone. Palpatine's voice thundered across every comm channel. Let the galaxy witness the end of the Jedi and the failure of mercy. Obi-Wan reached the valley first and saw what Palpatine wanted him to see: Anakin. At the center of the fire, blade lit, surrounded by broken clones and burning banners. For one terrible second, the old wound reopened. Then Anakin turned, saw his master, and understood the truth at the same time. This was never a hunt, it was a judgment. The ground shook. Ancient doors split open beneath the valley. From the darkness below, Palpatine unleashed something even he had feared to use. Lightning filled the sky, and both men ignited their blades, knowing only one future could survive this night, and the final war began. Then, the tombs opened wider, and an ancient army started to rise. Obi-Wan and Anakin stood side by side for one breath, while Palpatine smiled in the dark. Beneath the shattered valley of Moraband, the ancient army rose in silence first, then in thunder. Stone coffins split open. Dust poured into the air. Warriors in blackened armor stepped from the tombs with crimson eyes, called back by Palpatine's power. They were not truly alive. They were weapons, dragged from legend to finish what the Sith had started. Obi-Wan and Vader fought back-to-back at the mouth of the tomb. Blue and red blades flashed through smoke. For one brief moment, the old rhythm returned. Master and apprentice moved as one. But Palpatine had planned for more than fear. From the far ridge, another figure entered the firelight, purple blade in hand. Mace Windu. He had survived, scarred and hardened, hidden by the Force, and driven by one purpose. He did not look at Obi-Wan first. He looked at Vader. At the machine. At the fallen chosen one buried under pain. The battlefield seemed to hold its breath. "Skywalker," Mace said, his voice like stone. "This is your last chance. Reject him. Help me end the Sith. Avenge the Jedi." Vader froze. The name struck deeper than any blade. Memories flashed like lightning younglings. The temple, Padme, fire, loss. Palpatine felt the tremor at once. His laughter rolled across the valley. He hurled Force lightning into the tomb walls, collapsing stone between Obi-Wan and Mace, splitting the survivors apart. Then the dead charged. Mace cut through the first wave and kept moving toward Vader, not as an executioner, but as a man offering mercy. Obi-Wan shouted for Anakin to listen. Palpatine commanded Vader to kill them both. Vader stood between three voices, three futures, and one final choice. No one moved. Then he lifted his blade not toward Mace, not toward Obi-Wan, but toward the throne of shadow above them. And Palpatine's smile vanished. Vader's blade rose toward the throne of shadow, and for the first time in years, Palpatine saw open defiance in his apprentice. The valley answered at once. Lightning clawed across the sky. The tomb army screamed as if the dead themselves felt the shock. Below the broken cliffs, Obi-Wan pushed through falling stone, trying to reach Anakin before the moment passed. Above him, Mace Windu stepped through fire and dust, purple blade ready, eyes fixed on the Emperor. Palpatine struck first. A storm of Sith lightning crashed down the ridge, splitting the ground between Vader and Windu. Mace caught it on his blade, boots digging into the stone, muscles shaking under the weight of pure hate. Vader did not move to help Palpatine. He stared at the old monster on the throne platform and heard every ghost the dark side had buried. Padme, the younglings, the temple. His own voice begging on Mustafar. Then Palpatine pointed at him. "Lord Vader," he roared, "prove your loyalty. Kill Windu, kill Kenobi, or die with them." That command broke the final illusion. Vader had not been a partner. He had never been an heir. He had only been a weapon wearing a title. Windu saw it happen. He saw the truth break across Vader's mask, not in metal, but in silence. So Mace advanced, blade high, not to strike him down, but to hold the line between Skywalker and Sidious. "You want justice?" Windu said. "Take it from the man who destroyed us all." The words hit harder than any blow. Palpatine leaped from the throne with a scream, cloak bursting wide like black wings. He slammed into Windu with impossible speed. Purple and red crashed together, and the ridge shook under them. This was not the duel from Coruscant. This time, both men knew exactly what the other was. Windu fought like the Jedi's final judgment. Palpatine fought like a collapsing empire, vicious, cunning, and desperate to drag everyone into ruin with him. They tore across the ancient platform. Stone pillars burst. Statues of dead kings toppled into the abyss. Each clash sent shockwaves through the valley, knocking troopers from ledges and ripping starships from the storm above. Obi-Wan finally reached the ridge and saw history hanging on one brutal exchange. Mace drove forward with Vaapad, turning Palpatine's fury back on itself. The Emperor answered with poison, laughter, feints, and savage bursts of Force energy, aimed past Windu at Vader. He wanted Anakin afraid. He wanted him guilty. He wanted him obedient again. But every attack only stripped another lie away. Then came the opening. Windu turned inside a lightning strike, cut through Palpatine's guard, and slashed across the Emperor's chest. Sidious staggered. The valley fell silent. Vader looked from the burning wound to Windu's raised blade. He had seen this choice before, a Jedi standing over a beaten Sith, victory balanced on one final strike. And once, he had chosen wrong. Palpatine smiled through blood. "He will betray you," the Emperor hissed. "He always feared your power." Mace did not even glance back. "I feared what you would become," he said to Vader. "I was right, but you are still here. End this." The words shook Vader harder than the battle. Not because they forgave him, because they did not. Mace offered no comfort, no lies, no easy absolution. He offered truth, and a chance to act on it. Palpatine rose again, face twisted, fingers blazing with white-blue fire. He drove the lightning at Vader this time. Pure punishment, pure terror. The blast hammered into the armor. Circuits screamed. Vader dropped to one knee. Obi-Wan shouted, "Anakin now!" Something answered from beneath the pain. Not Vader. Anakin Skywalker. He rose through the lightning. Step by step, he walked toward the Emperor who had taken everything from him. Palpatine unleashed more power, enough to kill armies. Vader kept coming. Smoke poured from the suit. His cape burned away. Then he reached out one scarred hand and caught the Emperor by the throat. For one heartbeat, the galaxy seemed to stop. Windu lowered his blade. Obi-Wan could hardly breathe. The dead armies faltered below, as if even Sith magic doubted what it was seeing. Palpatine clawed at Vader's mask and whispered, "You are nothing without me." Vader's grip tightened. "No," he said, voice breaking through smoke and static. "I am what you made, and what I choose to destroy." He hurled Palpatine off the platform. The Emperor vanished into the burning depths below, lightning exploding from the abyss as the ancient throne world began to tear itself apart. But victory did not come clean. Mace turned to Vader as the ridge cracked under their feet. One choice remained. Would the Jedi Master take him prisoner, or finish what Coruscant had failed to do? Windu raised his blade, and Anakin did not resist. Then the First Republic ships dropped from hyperspace above Moraband, and every gun in orbit locked onto the ridge. Obi-Wan looked from Mace to Anakin, and knew the next choice would decide the galaxy.